Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Best English Podcast. My name is Sophia, and I'm so happy you've chosen to spend some time with me today. This is a special kind of lesson, a journey we're going to take together. We call it a listen and repeat class, but it's so much more than that. Today, we are going to practice a powerful technique called shadowing. Imagine you are walking right behind someone, trying to match their every step, their every movement perfectly. Perhaps you're walking through a quiet forest, and you want to step exactly where your friend steps to avoid making any noise. That's what shadowing is for language learning. You will follow my voice, listen to how I say things, and then you'll repeat or shadow my words. The goal isn't just to say the words, it's to say them with the same music, the same rhythm, and the same feeling. By doing this, you train your mouth, your tongue, and your ears to work together in a new way. You start to sound less like someone reading from a book, and more like someone having a natural, easy conversation. We will explore sounds that can be tricky, sounds that change when we speak quickly. In everyday, fast-spoken English, words don't stand alone like soldiers in a line. They connect, they blend, they dance together. We're going to learn the steps to that dance. But this is not just about sounds. At the very same time, you are going to learn complete, natural expressions that you can use in your own life every single day. You won't need to memorize complicated grammar rules. You will learn by seeing, hearing, and repeating. The grammar and the vocabulary will become a part of you, naturally. Just like how you learned your first language as a child. You will feel the language, not just study it. Here's how our practice will work today. It's very simple. First, I will say a sentence at a natural, fast pace. This is the way you would hear it in a movie, or in a coffee shop, or talking to a friend in the United States. You'll see the sentence on your screen, and you can just listen. Then, I will slow it all down. I'll say the same sentence very, very slowly, and I'll explain the little changes, the secret connections between words that native speakers use without even thinking. This is where the magic happens. You'll hear how sounds are linked together, or sometimes how they disappear completely. After we explore it slowly, I will say it again at a fast, natural speed. This is your turn to shine. It is so important that you repeat after me. Please, say the words out loud. Don't just think them in your head. Your mouth needs the practice. Speaking is a physical activity, like learning to dance or play a sport. If you don't repeat the words, you are only watching the practice. You are not doing it. Are you ready? Let's begin our journey with some situations that you might find yourself in any day of the week. Let's imagine a common situation, shopping. We all need to buy things, groceries, clothes, gifts. And sometimes we need to talk to the people who work in the stores. This is often called customer service. Let's create a detailed story to help us. Imagine a man named Alex. Alex is in a large department store on a chilly Saturday afternoon. The store is bright and busy, with soft music playing and the gentle hum of conversations all around him. He's looking for a birthday present for his best friend, Mark. Mark's birthday is next week, and Alex wants to find something special. They've been best friends since college, through good times and bad, and Mark has always been there for him. Mark loves the outdoors. Hiking, camping, just being in nature. Alex thinks a nice warm jacket would be the perfect gift, especially since he knows Mark's old jacket is getting worn out. Alex wanders through the store, past sections filled with electronics and kitchen supplies, until he finds the men's clothing department. He looks through racks of shirts and sweaters, but nothing feels quite right. He wants a gift that is both practical and stylish. Then he sees it. On a display mannequin in the center of the aisle, there is a dark blue jacket. It looks perfect. It's a beautiful shade of navy blue, with a soft fleece lining visible at the collar. It looks like the kind of jacket you could wear on a mountain trail or just to a casual dinner. It's exactly Mark's style. Alex walks over and touches the fabric. It feels soft, but also strong and durable, like it would stand up to wind and rain. He's almost certain this is the one. He takes the jacket off the mannequin to get a closer look. He wants to know the price, so he searches for a price tag on the sleeve and inside the collar, but he can't find one anywhere. He sees a friendly-looking store employee a short distance away, neatly folding sweaters on a table. She has a kind smile. Alex decides to ask her for help. He walks over to her, holding the jacket so she can see it, and says, "Excuse me, how much is this?" Let's listen to that again, fast. "Excuse me, how much is this?" Now let's break it down and look at the music of these words when we speak naturally. The first two words are "excuse me." When we say this quickly, the S sound at the end of excuse often links to the M sound in me. It's not two separate words. Excuse me. It flows together. Listen closely. Excuse me, S me. It's a soft connection, like one word flowing into the next. Let's try that part together. Repeat after me. Excuse me? Great. Now for the question part. How much is this? Here, the words much and is get very close. The ch sound at the end of much and the I sound at the beginning of is almost become one sound. Much is, much is. It's not much is. It's more like much is. It happens so fast you might not even notice it, but it's what makes the speech sound smooth. Listen again. How much is this? Let's say the whole phrase slowly now, paying attention to those connections. Repeat after me. Excuse me, how much is this? Good. Now, let's put it all together and say it at a normal conversational speed. Imagine you are Alex in the store. You are polite and just want some information. Ready? Let's shadow my voice. Excuse me. How much is this? Let's do it one more time for practice. Excuse me, how much is this? How did that feel? You are not just asking a question. You are starting a conversation. It's a very useful and common phrase. The store employee, whose name tag says Maria, smiles warmly at Alex. That's a great choice. She says, "It's one of our new arrivals." Let me scan it for you. She pulls a small scanner from her pocket and beeps the barcode inside the jacket. The price appears on the small screen. She tells him the price. It's a little more than Alex had planned to spend, but he thinks about how much Mark would love it and how long it would last. He decides it's worth it. Now he needs to make sure he gets the right size. He knows Mark is usually a size medium. He looks at the tag on the jacket he's holding, and it says large. That was the display size. So he needs to ask Maria if they have the same jacket in Mark's size. He holds the jacket up so she can see it clearly and asks, "Do you have this in medium?" Let's hear that again at a natural speed. Do you have this in medium? Now, let's slow it down. The first two words, do you, often sound like do in fast speech. The O sound gets very short and soft, almost disappearing. Do you? This is very common in informal questions. Repeat that part. Do you? It feels more relaxed, more natural. Next, we have this in. This is another place where words link together beautifully. The S sound at the end of this connects right to the I in the word in. So instead of this, in, it sounds like these in. Listen, this in, this in. It's one smooth sound, connecting the two words without any pause. The last word is medium. We say this word clearly. So let's put it together slowly. Repeat after me, focusing on those connections. Do you have this in medium? Excellent. Now, let's try it at a real-world pace. You're in the store, you're holding the item, and you're asking for a different size. Ready to shadow me? Do you have this in medium? Let's try it again. Do you have this in medium? This is a fantastic pattern. You can change the size to anything you need. Do you have this in small? Do you have this in large? Or you could even change the color. Do you have this in black? You're not just learning one sentence. You're learning a key that can open many doors. Maria, the employee, nods. I'm pretty sure we do. Let me check the stockroom for you, she says kindly. She disappears through a set of double doors for a minute or two. Alex waits, feeling hopeful. He can already picture Mark's happy surprise when he opens the gift. Maria returns holding the same beautiful blue jacket, but this one has a small tag on the sleeve that says M. She hands it to him. Alex is happy, but before he makes the final decision, he wants to be absolutely sure it's the right fit. He can't really tell just by looking at it. He needs to put it on to get a better sense of the size. In a clothing store, there are special rooms for this purpose. He needs to ask Maria where those rooms are. He turns to her and asks, "Where can I try this on?" Let's listen to that again, fast. Where can I try this on? This sentence has some wonderful examples of natural English pronunciation. Let's look at it slowly. The words can I are almost always shortened in questions like this. Can becomes kun. It's very soft and unstressed, and the N sound at the end of kun links to the I. So, can I sounds like kuhnai, can I. It's a very smooth, easy sound. Let's practice just that part. Can I? Good. The next interesting part is try this on. The phrasal verb is to try something on, which means to wear it to see if it fits or if you like it. In fast speech, the S at the end of this connects to the word on. It becomes one smooth sound. This on, this on, this on. It sounds exactly like you are saying the word son, like a male child. This on. So let's put the whole sentence together slowly now. Listen and repeat. Where can I try this on? Now let's bring it up to speed. Imagine you are Alex, holding the jacket and looking for the changing rooms, which is another name for them, or fitting rooms. Ready to shadow? Where can I try this on? Let's do it one more time for confidence. Where can I try this on? Perfect. You are asking a clear, natural question. You could also say, where are the fitting rooms? But this way is very common when you are already holding the item you want to try. Maria points Alex toward the back of the store. The fitting rooms are just over there, past the shoe department, she explains. Alex thanks her and walks over. He goes into a small private room with a mirror and a bench. He takes off his own coat and puts on the new jacket. He looks at his reflection. It's a perfect fit. The shoulders are just right, and the sleeves are the perfect length. He feels confident that Mark will love it. As he walks back out towards the main part of the store, Feeling satisfied with his choice, he sees a big red sign hanging from the ceiling. It says, "Sale, 25% off selected styles." He gets a little excited. Maybe the jacket is cheaper than he thought. That would be a nice surprise. But the sign is positioned over a large section of casual shirts and pants, not jackets. He's not sure if the jacket he has is considered a selected style. He finds Maria, who is now helping another customer. He waits patiently, and when she's free, he asks, "Is this included in the sale?" Let's hear it one more time at natural speed. Is this included in the sale? Let's slow this one down. The first two words, is this, link together with the S sound. Is this? It's a very smooth connection, almost like a single word. The next part is included in. The word included ends with a did sound. Included, did. That D sound at the end can connect to the next word, in. So it sounds like included in. Listen again. Included in, did in. It creates a nice flow and removes any choppiness. Is this included in? Let's try saying the whole question slowly. Follow my voice. Is this included in the sale? Great. Now, let's say it like we really want to know if we can save some money. Let's say it at a natural conversational speed. Shadow me. Is this included in the sale? Again. Is this included in the sale? You're asking a smart question that could save you money. It's always good to ask. Maria gives him a sympathetic look. "Oh, I'm sorry," she says. "That jacket is from our new winter collection, so it isn't part of this particular sale. The sale is mostly for our fall items." Alex is a little disappointed, but he understands. He decides to buy it anyway because it's the perfect gift, and he knows quality is worth paying for. He walks to the checkout counter at the front of the store. The cashier scans the jacket and says, "That will be $85.60. Alex takes out his credit card to pay. The cashier finishes the transaction, and the receipt prints out. She then starts to reach for a large plastic shopping bag with the store's logo on it. But Alex has his own reusable backpack with him. He tries to be mindful of the environment and avoid single-use plastics when he can. So, he says politely to the cashier, "I don't need a bag. Let's hear that fast. I don't need a bag." Now for our slow-motion analysis. The word don't is interesting. In American English, when a T comes after an N, we often don't pronounce the T very strongly. It's not a hard T sound like Don T with a puff of air. It's more of a stopped sound. You put your tongue in the position to make the T sound, but you don't release the air. Don't. The sound just stops in your throat. Now look at the next words. Needa. The D at the end of need links directly to the A. So needa becomes needa. It sounds like one word, needa. So when you put it all together, I don't need a, it flows very smoothly. Let's try it slowly. Repeat after me. I don't need a bag. Excellent. Now, let's say it with the natural speed and rhythm of someone at the checkout counter. Ready to shadow? So, I don't need a bag. One more time. I don't need a bag. This is a great phrase to know, especially as many people are trying to use fewer plastic bags. And just like that, Alex has successfully bought the perfect gift for his friend, using natural, clear English every step of the way. Now let's move from the busy store to the place we call home. Our homes are full of daily activities, tasks we have to do to keep things running smoothly. We can separate these tasks into two categories, chores and errands. A chore is work you do around the house. Think about it. Washing the dishes after a meal, vacuuming the carpet, making your bed in the morning, or even taking out the trash. These are all chores. You are inside or right around your house. An errand, on the other hand, is a task that requires you to leave your house. You have to go somewhere to get something done. For example, going to the post office to mail a package is an errand. Picking up your dry cleaning is an errand. Going to the grocery store is a very common errand. So remember, chores are usually at home, and errands are usually out and about. Let's create a story about a family on a busy Saturday. Let's call them the Watsons. There's David, the father, Sarah, the mother, and their two young children, Leo and Mia. It's a bright Saturday morning. Sunlight is streaming through the kitchen window. Sarah is in the kitchen, and the delicious smell of coffee is in the air. She's getting ready to make pancakes for breakfast, a weekend tradition the kids absolutely love. She opens the refrigerator to get the milk and the eggs. But she immediately sees that the milk carton is almost empty. It feels light as a feather. There's only a tiny drop left inside. She sighs and calls out to her husband, David, who is in the living room with the kids, watching cartoons. She says, "We're out of milk." Let's hear that again, the way she would really say it. We're out of milk. This is such a common and natural expression. Let's look at it slowly. The first word, we're, is a contraction of we are. When we say it, it's very quick and unstressed. It sounds just like the word where, as in, where are you? Where, it's very soft. Repeat that. We're. The next two words, out of, are a perfect example of how sounds blend in spoken English. Out of almost always sounds like outa. Outa, the T sound in out, changes to a soft D sound, a flap T, and it links directly to the word of, which sounds like a. So out of becomes outa, da outa. Let's practice just that part, outa milk. Now let's put the whole sentence together slowly. Repeat after me, we're outa milk. Fantastic. Now let's say it with the natural speed of Sarah realizing she can't make pancakes. Ready to shadow? We're out of milk. Let's do it again. We're out of milk. This phrase, to be out of something, means you have none left, zero. You can use it for anything. I'm out of coffee. We're out of sugar. I'm out of ideas. It's an incredibly useful phrase for your daily life. David hears Sarah and calls back from the living room. Oh, already? I thought there was more. My fault. I used the last of it for my cereal yesterday. The day goes on. David promises he'll run to the store later. The kids play with their toys. David does some work in the yard mowing the lawn, which is a chore, and Sarah does a few loads of laundry, another chore. Later in the afternoon, it's getting close to dinner time. Sarah decides to make spaghetti with meatballs, the kids' absolute favorite. She has a lot to do. She needs to boil the pasta, prepare the homemade tomato sauce, chop vegetables for a fresh salad, and bake some garlic bread. It's a lot for one person to handle, and she starts to feel a little stressed. David walks into the kitchen to get a glass of water. He sees all the ingredients on the counter and Sarah rushing around. She looks up at him and asks for some help with a smile. Can you give me a hand with dinner? Let's listen to it again at a conversational pace. Can you give me a hand with dinner? This is a wonderful, friendly way to ask for help. To give someone a hand is an idiom that means to help someone. Let's break down the pronunciation. The first two words, can you, often sound like kuchnia. The word can becomes unstressed, kun, and you can sound like ya. Kuchnia. kuchnia. Repeat that, kuchnia. The next two words, give me, almost always blend together to sound like one word. Gimme, gimme. It's very common in informal speech. Let's practice that. Gimme. So, the first part sounds like, kuchnia, give me a hand. Kuchnia, give me a hand. The last part, with dinner, is said more clearly. There are no major sound changes there. So, we have two parts to the phrase. Let's say the whole thing slowly. Repeat after me. Can you give me a hand with dinner? Good. Now, let's say it like Sarah, in a friendly and casual way. Ready to shadow my voice? Haas? Can you give me a hand with dinner? Let's try it once more. Can you give me a hand with dinner? You can use this pattern for anything. Can you give me a hand with these grocery bags? Can you give me a hand with my homework? It's a much more natural sounding request than just saying, help me. Of course, David says. He washes his hands and starts chopping the onions and garlic for the sauce while Sarah works on the salad. They work together in the kitchen, talking about their day, and soon dinner is ready. After dinner, they remember that their kids are supposed to go to their friend Chloe's house for her birthday party. The party starts at 6 p.m. It's now 5:30 p.m. Sarah is cleaning up the kitchen, and David is getting the kids gift wrapped. A few hours later, David is watching a movie in the living room. The party is scheduled to end at 8 p.m. Sarah is in the bedroom reading a book, and she glances at the clock. It's 7:45 p.m. Someone needs to go get the children soon. She needs to know if David has a plan to go get them, or if he has forgotten. So she asks him, "Are you picking the kids up?" Let's hear that again, fast. Are you picking the kids up? The phrasal verb here is to pick someone up. It means to go to a location and get someone, usually in a car. Let's look at the pronunciation. The first part, are you, is said very quickly. The R is just a fast R sound. Are you, are you. The next word, picking, has a G at the end. We don't always pronounce this G very strongly. It's not pickin' G, it's more like pickin'. The interesting connection happens with the next words, kids up. The word kids ends with a Z sound because D is a voiced consonant. Kids. That Z sound links directly to the vowel in up. So it sounds like kids up. Listen, kids up, kids up. It's one smooth motion. Let's say the whole question slowly now. Repeat after me. Are you picking the kids up? Great. Now, let's say it with a natural questioning tone. Imagine you are Sarah, asking David about the plan. Ready to shadow? Are you picking the kids up? Let's do it one more time. Are you picking the kids up? You can use this for anything you need to get. Remember they were out of milk? Sarah could have asked David, "Are you picking the milk up?" It's a very flexible and useful phrase. David looks up from his movie. Oh, yes. Thanks for the reminder. I was just about to leave. He grabs his car keys from the hook by the door. Then he remembers something. Hey, he says to Sarah, while I'm out, I need to get some cash from the ATM. The grocery store near Chloe's house has a bank next to it, and I still need to get that milk from this morning. He wants to make a quick stop at the bank and the store before or after getting the kids. He suggests this plan to Sarah by asking, "Can we stop by the bank on the way?" Let's listen again. Can we stop by the bank on the way? The phrase to stop by means to make a short, quick visit to a place, especially when you are on your way somewhere else. Let's examine the sounds. Again, can in a question is often unstressed and sounds like kun. So, can we sounds like kun we. Can we? Let's practice that. Can we? The next part is stop by. To say this smoothly, we don't release a puff of air for the P in stop. You close your lips to make the P sound, and then you open them to say the B sound in by. Stop by, stop by. It avoids a pause. The most interesting connection is bank on. The word bank ends with a K sound. This K sound can link to the next word, on. It sounds like bank on. Bank on, bank on. Let's put it all together slowly now. Repeat after me. Can we? Stop by. The bank on. The way? Excellent. Now, let's try it at the speed of a natural conversation. David is making a quick suggestion. Ready to shadow? Can we stop by the bank on the way? And again, can we stop by the bank on the way? This is a great phrase for making plans when you're out. Can we stop by the post office on the way home? Or, let's stop by for a coffee on the way. It's the end of a long and busy Saturday. The kids are home from the party, tired but happy, and are now asleep in their beds. David and Sarah are finally sitting down on the sofa in the quiet living room, relaxing together. Sarah lets out a big sigh and rests her head on David's shoulder. David asks her, "Long day?" Sarah nods and says with a tired voice, "I've been running errands all day." Let's listen to that natural expression of exhaustion. I've been running errands all day. This sentence uses the present perfect continuous tense. It means the action started in the past, this morning, and has continued up until now. It emphasizes the duration and that she is tired now because of it. Let's look at the pronunciation. The first part, I've been, is a contraction of I have been. We say it very quickly. It sounds like I've been. I've been. The been is very short, like the word been. I've been. Repeat that. I've been. The next word is running. Some people drop the final G sound and say runnin', but let's practice it as running. The next word is errands. Notice that I don't pronounce the D in errands very strongly. It's almost silent. Errands, errands. Now, the S at the end of errands can link to the next word, all. It creates a Z sound in between. Errands all. Errands all. Listen closely. Errands all day. Let's try the whole sentence slowly. Let's focus on linking those sounds together. Repeat after me. I've been running errands all through day. Wonderful. Now, let's say it with the feeling of being tired after a long day. Ready to shadow? I've been running errands all day. One more time for practice. I've been running errands all day. And if she had been working inside the house, what would she say? Remember, we do chores. So she would say, I've been doing chores all day. It's great to know the difference. Let's change scenes again. Let's talk about something that is a part of everyone's life, healthcare. This involves going to the doctor, the dentist, and making appointments. Let's imagine a young woman named Olivia. Olivia has just moved to a new city, Chicago, for an exciting new job in graphic design. She's living in a small but sunny apartment with a great view of the city skyline. She's thrilled about the job, but moving to a big new city where you don't know anyone can also feel a little lonely. One morning, she wakes up with a dull ache in her jaw. By the afternoon, it has become a terrible, sharp toothache. The pain is getting worse with every hour. She knows she needs to see a dentist right away, but she doesn't have one in Chicago yet. She feels a wave of anxiety. She searches online for dentists near me and finds one with excellent reviews just a few blocks from her apartment. She decides to call them to see if they can possibly help her today. She doesn't want to wait. She calls the number, and when the receptionist answers, Olivia asks urgently, "Do you accept walk-ins?" Let's hear that question again. Do you accept walk-ins? A walk-in is a person who goes to a clinic, a salon, or another service business without an appointment. You just walk in off the street, hoping they have time to see you. Let's analyze the pronunciation. Do you again becomes do you. Do you. It's a very common reduction. The word accept has a soft T sound at the end. Accept. The last word is walk-ins. The L in walk is silent. It's not walka, it's walk. Walk. Now, that K sound at the end of walk links to the next word, ins. It sounds like walk-ins. Walk-ins. It becomes one smooth word. Let's practice that part. Walk-ins, walk-ins. So, the whole question flows together. Let's say it slowly. Repeat after me. Do you accept walk-ins? Good. Now, let's ask it with Olivia's sense of urgency. Her tooth hurts. Ready to shadow. Do you accept walk-ins? Let's try it again. Do you accept walk-ins? It's a very important question to know if you need immediate service without an appointment. The receptionist on the phone tells Olivia, "I'm so sorry, we don't accept walk-ins. We're fully booked for the next 2 weeks." Olivia's heart sinks. 2 weeks feels like an eternity when you're in pain. Her tooth is still throbbing. She decides to try another dental office. This time, she thinks it would be better to try to become a regular patient. That way, if she has an emergency in the future, it might be easier to get an appointment. She finds another dentist's office online and calls them. When the receptionist answers, Olivia explains that she is new to the city and is looking for a new dentist for regular checkups. Then she asks a very important question. Are you taking new patients? Let's listen again to that natural question. Are you taking new patients? This is the standard way to ask if a doctor's office or clinic is accepting new people into their practice. Let's look at the pronunciation. Are you is spoken quickly. Are you, are you. The interesting word here is patience. Pay attention to the first T. It makes a sh sound, patience, patience. The T at the end is very soft, almost silent. We don't say patience, it's patience. Let's practice that word, patience, patience. Now let's say the full question slowly. Repeat after me. Are you taking new patients? Excellent. Now let's say it at a normal conversational speed. You are Olivia, hoping this new office can help you. Ready to shadow. Tiroir. Are you taking new patients? One more time. Are you taking new patients? Luckily for Olivia, this receptionist says yes. They are taking new patients. The receptionist tells Olivia, yes, we are. The first available appointment we have for a new patient exam is next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Would you like to book that? Olivia is so relieved. Even though it's a week away, she knows she needs to get established with a dentist. She takes the appointment. However, 2 days later, she gets an important email from her new job. There is a mandatory training session for all new employees, and it's scheduled for next Wednesday morning, at the exact same time as her dental appointment. Olivia knows she cannot miss this work training. It's crucial for her new role. She feels torn. She has to change her dental appointment. She finds the dentist's number and calls them back, feeling a little embarrassed. When the receptionist answers, Olivia says, I need to reschedule my appointment. Let's hear that again. I need to reschedule my appointment. To reschedule means to change the time or date of something that was already planned. Let's break it down. Need to often sounds like needa, needa. The two words blend into one. I need a. The word reschedule can be tricky. The re part is stressed, re schedule. The shush sounds like sk, re-asked Jewel, reschedule. The next part is my appointment. To say this smoothly, we can put a small y sound between my and appointment. My appointment, my appointment. It helps the words flow together without a pause. My appointment. Let's try the whole sentence slowly. Repeat after me. I need to reschedule my appointment. Very good. Now, let's say it at a natural speed. You are Olivia, calling to make a change. Ready to shadow? I need to reschedule my appointment. Let's do it again. I need to reschedule my appointment. This is a very important phrase for managing your life. You might need to reschedule a meeting, a haircut, or a lunch with a friend. The receptionist is very understanding. She says, "No problem at all, I can help with that." But Olivia's tooth is still bothering her a lot. Waiting another week or two for a new appointment sounds terrible. She decides to take a chance and ask if there's any possibility she could be seen sooner. Maybe another patient has canceled their appointment for today. She asks hopefully. Are there any appointments available today? Let's listen to that again. Are there any appointments available today? This is how you ask if there are any open slots on the current day. Let's look at the sounds. Are there is said quickly. Are there, are there. The next part, there any, flows together. The R sound at the end of there carries over. There any, there any. So the first three words sound like, are there any? Try it. Are there any, next, any appointments? The Y sound at the end of any can link to appointments. Any appointments. Any appointments. It's a small, smooth connection. Let's try the whole question slowly now. Repeat after me. Are there any appointments available today? Good. Now let's say it with Olivia's hopeful tone. She really wants to see the dentist. Ready to shadow? Are there any appointments available today? One more time. Are there any appointments available today? She gets lucky. The receptionist says, "You know what? We just had a cancellation for this afternoon at 2 p.m. Can you make it then?" Olivia is thrilled and takes the appointment immediately. Let's fast forward. Olivia goes to her appointment. The dentist takes an X-ray and tells her she has a small cavity that needs to be filled. The dentist also wants to do some routine blood tests as part of her new patient checkup, just to make sure everything is okay with her overall health. She gets the blood test done in the same building. The nurse tells her the results will be ready in a few days and that the office will call her. A week goes by and Olivia hasn't heard anything. She's not too worried, but she's the kind of person who likes to have information. She wants to know the results. She decides to call the doctor's office. After explaining who she is, she asks the nurse, "When will my results be in?" Let's hear that common question again. When will my results be in? This is a natural way to ask when your test results will be ready or will have arrived at the office. Let's look at the pronunciation. The first part, when will my, is usually said pretty quickly, without many changes. When will my? But the last part, results be in, has a nice connection. The s at the end of results has a z sound, resultsy, and that sound can link to the next word be. Results be, then be in can also link. The two vowel sounds are separated by a small Y sound. Be in, be in. Let's try the whole question slowly. Repeat after me. When will my results be in? Excellent. Now let's ask it at a natural, curious pace. You are just calling to check on something. Ready to shadow? When will my results be in? One more time. When will my results be in? It's a clear and polite way to ask for an update on your health information. Finally, let's move to one of my favorite daily rituals. Ordering coffee. For many people in the USA, a morning stop at a coffee shop is part of the routine. The way people order can tell you a lot about natural, everyday English. Let's imagine a man named Ben. Ben is a software developer, and he always stops at a small, independent coffee shop called the Daily Grind on his way to work. He walks in, and the warm, rich smell of roasted coffee beans and fresh cinnamon pastries immediately fills the air. It's his favorite smell in the world. He goes up to the counter where the barista, the person who makes the coffee, is waiting with a smile. Ben knows exactly what he wants. He gets the same thing every day. He says, "I'll get a small cappuccino." Let's listen to that simple common order one more time. I'll get a small cappuccino. In America, it is very common to use I'll get, I'll have, or can I get. It's much more common than the more formal I would like. While I would like is grammatically perfect and very polite, it can sound a bit too formal for a casual place like a coffee shop. Let's look at the sounds. The first word, I'll, is a contraction of I will. It is very quick and sounds almost like all. All. The next two words, get a, blend together. The T in get changes to a soft D sound and links to the A. So, getta sounds like getta. Getta. So the first part is, I'll get a, repeat that, I'll get a. The rest of the phrase, small cappuccino, is pronounced clearly. Let's practice that last word, cappuccino. Now, let's say the whole order slowly. Repeat after me, I'll get a small cappuccino. Great job. Now, let's order it like Ben, who says this every morning. It's quick and confident. Ready to shadow? I'll get a small cappuccino. Let's do it again. I'll get a small cappuccino. Perfect. You just ordered coffee like a native speaker. Ben really enjoys his cappuccino, but he has one specific preference. He likes his coffee to be very, very hot. Hotter than it is usually served. The barista working today is new. Ben hasn't seen her before. She doesn't know his regular order. So, after he places his order, he adds a friendly request to make sure his coffee is perfect. He leans in a little and says, "Can you make it extra hot?" Let's hear that again. Can you make it extra hot? This is a great way to customize your order. The pattern is, can you make it Hans. Let's look at the pronunciation. Can you sounds like kuchnia. We've practiced this before. Kuchnia. The next two words, make it, link together beautifully. The K sound at the end of make connects to the I in it. It sounds like make it. Repeat that part, make it. So, the whole phrase flows. Kuchnia make it extra hot. Let's say it slowly now. Repeat after me. Can you make it extra hot? Wonderful. Now, let's say it with a friendly, polite tone, just like Ben. Ready to shadow? Yes, pars. Can you make it extra hot? Again. Can you make it extra hot? You can use this for so many things. Can you make it with oat milk? Can you make it iced? Can you make it with less sugar? It's a very powerful phrase for getting exactly what you want. The new barista nods and says, "Extra hot, you got it." She starts to prepare his drink. She reaches for a nice ceramic mug, the kind you use when you're staying in the coffee shop to drink your coffee. But Ben is on his way to the office. He has a big meeting this morning. He's in a hurry and can't stay. He needs his coffee in a paper cup with a lid. He sees her about to pour the espresso into the ceramic mug and quickly corrects the misunderstanding. He says, "Actually, I'll get it to go. Let's listen to that fast. Actually, I'll get it to go." We use the word actually at the beginning of a sentence to politely correct someone or to change a plan. There's a natural pause after it. Let's look at the rest of the sentence. I'll get it. The get it part links together. The T in get becomes a soft D sound. Get it, I'll get it. The last part, to go, often sounds like to go. The word to is unstressed, to go. So the whole phrase sounds like, I'll get it to go. Let's say the sentence slowly. Remember the pause after actually. Repeat after me. Actually, I'll get it to go. Excellent. Now, let's say it at a natural speed. You're correcting a small mistake politely. Ready to shadow? Actually, I'll get it to go. One more time. Actually, I'll get it to go. To go is the expression we use in the US when we are taking food or drink out of the restaurant. The opposite is for here. The barista might ask you, for here or to go? The barista smiles and says, "Oh, sorry about that. To go it is." She grabs a paper cup. Just then, Ben's phone buzzes. It's a text from his coworker, Maria. It says, "Total disaster this morning. Running late. Can you be a hero and grab me a large mocha?" Ben smiles. Maria is always very dramatic. He quickly texts back, "Hero on the way. Any special requests?" She replies instantly, "Just no whipped cream, please." Ben turns back to the barista. "Sorry," he says. "I need to add one more drink. Can I also get a large mocha? Hold the whipped cream." Let's focus on that last part. Hold the whipped cream. This is a fantastic, very common expression in American English. Hold the means don't include or leave out a particular ingredient. It's short and clear. Let's look at the pronunciation. In the phrase hold the D at the end of hold is often not fully pronounced. You put your tongue in the D position, but you release the air on the P sound of the. Hold the. It makes it smoother than hold the. Try it. Hold the. The rest of the phrase, whipped cream, is said clearly. Whipped cream. Let's say the whole phrase slowly. Repeat after me. Hold the whipped cream. Very good. Now, let's say it like we are placing an order. Ready to shadow? Hold the whipped cream. Again, hold the whipped cream. This is so useful. At a restaurant, you could say, "I'll have the burger, but hold the onions." Or, "I'd like the salad, hold the cheese." It's a simple way to customize your food exactly how you like it. The barista makes the two drinks, Ben's extra hot cappuccino and Maria's mocha with no whipped cream. She places them on the counter. "Here you are," she says. Ben gets his wallet out. In the past, he always used to ask, "Do you take credit cards?" But these days, there are many new ways to pay. Ben prefers to use his phone. It's quick and easy. So he asks the barista a modern question about payment. He says, "Can I pay with my phone?" Let's hear that again. Can I pay with my phone? This is a very common question now with services like Apple Pay or Google Pay. Let's analyze the sounds. Can I becomes kunai. We've practiced this connection before. Kunai. The rest of the sentence is quite clear. Pay with my phone. There are no major sound changes, but the words flow together smoothly. Let's say the entire question slowly. Repeat after me. Can I pay with my phone? Excellent. Now let's ask it at a natural conversational speed at the counter. Ready to shadow. Alway. Can I pay with my phone? One more time. Can I pay with my phone? The barista says. Absolutely, and points to the small electronic reader. Ben taps his phone, it beeps, and he has paid. He thanks the barista, carefully picks up the 2 coffees, and heads off to work, ready to be a hero and start the day. Now, let's explore another very common and enjoyable situation. Dining at a restaurant. Going out to eat is a popular activity, whether it's for a special occasion or just a casual weeknight meal. Let's create a new story about a couple, Maya and Tom. Tonight is their 5th wedding anniversary, and Tom has planned a special surprise. He's taking Maya to a new, highly rated Italian restaurant downtown called Trattoria Bella. Maya is very excited. They arrive at the restaurant, which is cozy and romantic, with soft lighting from candles on each table and the delicious smell of garlic and fresh basil in the air. A host greets them at the door. Tom had called earlier in the week to make sure they would have a table. He steps forward and says to the host, "We have a reservation under the name Tom." Let's listen to that again at a natural pace. We have a reservation under the name Tom. This is the standard, polite way to announce your arrival when you have booked a table in advance. Let's look at the pronunciation. The first 3 words, we have a, can blend together. The V sound at the end of have links smoothly to the e. So it sounds like we have a. We have a, let's practice that part. We have a. The rest of the phrase, reservation under the name Tom, is said quite clearly. Let's say the whole sentence slowly now, focusing on that initial connection. Repeat after me. We have a reservation under the name Tom. Excellent. Now let's say it at a natural, confident speed, just like Tom arriving for his special dinner. Ready to shadow. So, we have a reservation under the name Tom. One more time. We have a reservation under the name Tom. This phrase is key for any situation where you've booked something in advance, like a hotel or a rental car. The host finds their name on the list and leads them to a lovely, quiet table in a corner. After they are seated, a friendly waiter comes to their table, pours them some water, and hands them menus. Maya and Tom look over the menu, but there are so many delicious-sounding options. They both are having trouble deciding what to order. When the waiter returns a few minutes later, he asks if they are ready. Maya looks at the waiter and asks for his expert opinion. She says, "What do you recommend?" Let's hear that excellent question one more time. What do you recommend? This is a perfect way to ask for a suggestion when you are not sure what to choose. It shows that you trust the staff's knowledge. Let's break down the pronunciation. The first 3 words, what do you, are almost always reduced in fast, casual speech. They blend together to sound like what'ya. What'ya. The T in what becomes a soft D sound, the do becomes a D sound, and you becomes ya. What'ya. Let's practice that reduction. What'ya. What do you recommend? Let's say the whole question slowly now, first with the full words. Repeat after me. What do you recommend? Now, let's try it with the natural reduction. What do you recommend? Great. Now, let's say it conversationally, like Maya asking the waiter. Ready to shadow, or, what do you recommend? And again, What do you recommend? This is a fantastic question to use in many situations, not just in restaurants. The waiter smiles. An excellent question, he says. Our specialty is the homemade pasta. The lasagna is my personal favorite. It's a family recipe. Maya's eyes light up. That sounds wonderful, she says. The waiter then looks at Tom. Tom has made his decision as well. He closes his menu and tells the waiter his choice. He says, "I'll have the lasagna, please. Let's listen to that simple and clear order. I'll have the lasagna, please." This is another very common and natural way to order, just like "I'll get," which we practiced in the coffee shop. "I'll have" is perfect for a restaurant setting. Let's look at the sounds. We've seen "I'll" before. It's a quick contraction of "I will," "I'll." The next two words, "have the," flow together. I'll have the lasagna. The word "please" at the end makes the request polite. Let's say the sentence slowly. Repeat after me. I'll have the lasagna, please. Now, let's say it at a normal ordering speed. You've made your choice and you're telling the waiter. Ready to shadow? I'll have the lasagna, please. One more time. I'll have the lasagna, please. Tom decided to get the same thing as Maya, which is a sweet anniversary gesture. The waiter takes their orders and soon returns with their food. The lasagna looks and smells incredible. They enjoy their meal, talking and laughing and remembering their wedding day. The restaurant is busy, and they finish the water in the bottle on their table. Tom tries to get the waiter's attention, but the waiter is helping a large table across the room. When the waiter finally walks by, Tom catches his eye and asks politely, "Could we get another bottle of water?" Let's hear that polite request again. Could we get another bottle of water? This is a great way to ask for something during your meal. Using "could we," is a little softer and more polite than "can we," Let's look at the pronunciation. The first two words, "could we," often blend together. It can sound like "coudwe," "coudwe." The D at the end of could connects to the W of we, "coudwe." Practice that sound, "coudwe." The rest of the phrase flows naturally. Get another bottle of water. Let's say the whole sentence slowly. Repeat after me. Could we get another bottle of water? Excellent. Now let's say it at a natural conversational speed. You're just asking for a simple refill. Ready to shadow? Could we get another bottle of water? Again. Could we get another bottle of water? This is a great pattern for asking for more of anything. Could we get more bread? Or could we get another menu? The waiter brings another bottle of water. After Maya and Tom finish their delicious meal, the waiter clears their plates and brings them the bill or the check in a small black folder. Tom opens it and looks over the charges. He sees charges for 2 lasagnas, a bottle of sparkling water, and 2 glasses of wine. But they only had water to drink. It's a small mistake, but it needs to be corrected. He doesn't want to make a big deal out of it. He waits for the waiter to come by again, and then he gets his attention politely and says, "Excuse me, I think there might be a mistake on the bill." Let's listen to that very polite and effective phrase again. "Excuse me, I think there might be a mistake on the bill." This is the perfect way to bring up a problem without sounding accusatory or rude. Let's break it down. "Excuse me" gets the waiter's attention. "I think" softens the statement. The key part is there might be a. The words might, be, and flow together. There might be a, might be a. It's one smooth sound. Mistake on the bill. Let's say the whole phrase slowly. Repeat after me. Excuse me, I think there might be a mistake on the bill. Wonderful. Now, let's say it in a calm, polite tone, just like Tom. Ready to shadow? Excuse me, I think there might be a mistake on the bill. One more time. Excuse me, I think there might be a mistake on the bill. This is an essential phrase for handling small problems in any customer service situation. The waiter immediately apologizes. Oh, I am so sorry about that. That was a mistake from the other table. He takes the bill, quickly returns with a corrected one, and apologizes again. Tom tells him it's no problem at all. The total is now correct. Tom has cash with him. The bill is $52. He puts a $20 bill and a $50 bill in the folder for a total of $70. This amount covers the meal and a generous tip for the excellent service. When the waiter comes to take the folder, Tom smiles and says, "Keep the change." Let's hear that short and friendly phrase one more time. Keep the change. This is what you say when you pay with more cash than the total amount of the bill, and you want the server to keep the extra money as their tip. It's a very common and friendly gesture. There are no tricky sound changes here, but the intonation is important. It's said in a warm, definitive way. Keep the change. Let's say it slowly. Repeat after me. Keep the change. Now, let's say it at a natural speed, with a smile in our voice. Ready to shadow? Check right, sir. Keep the change. And again, keep the change. The waiter thanks them, and Maya and Tom leave the restaurant, feeling happy and full after a wonderful anniversary dinner. Wow, we have journeyed through so many different situations today, from shopping in a busy store, to managing a household with chores and errands, to navigating healthcare appointments in a new city, ordering a quick coffee, and enjoying a special dinner at a restaurant. You have listened, you have repeated, and you have practiced shadowing real, natural English. Remember, learning a language is not a race. It is a process, a beautiful journey of small steps. Each time you practice like this, you are building muscle memory in your mouth and training your ear to hear the true music of the language. The phrases we practice today are not just words on a page. They are tools that you can use to build connections, to ask for what you need, and to express yourself confidently in your daily life. I truly hope you found this lesson helpful and that you feel a little more confident today than you did yesterday. If you enjoyed our time together, please show your support by hitting that like button. It lets me know that you want more lessons just like this one. And to continue on this learning journey with me, make sure you subscribe to Best English Podcast. Most importantly, don't forget to turn on the bell notification. That way, you will be the first to know whenever a new lesson is ready for you. You will never miss an opportunity to practice and improve. Thank you so much for your time and your effort today. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you in our next lesson. Bye for now.